Hey, what's up, guys? How you guys doing, man? I just went to the Champ Sports Bowl game last night, and that game was just unbelievable. The game was actually very close at the beginning, excellent way to kick off an evenly matched game, and I had some excellent highlight reels. It was just surprising it turned out to be a blowout at the end, 7-23. I saw the rest of the game on TV. It was played very well. I did make some NBA predictions. I gotta say, I am surprised, and there was some surprising games. Like I turned out was it turned out as the way I didn't expect them to be, because I remember I did some NBA predictions. I really got one right, and that was the Knicks and Bulls game. And hold on, I'm gonna see. I don't know if they actually did one though. It was like Christmas Day, something like that, to say the least. And, oh, New York pulled off a win. Yep, going to yeah, quite frankly, I was just a very surprising game. So there were some surprising games. They turned out to be quite well, and I thought Portland was gonna pull off the win, but turned out the Warriors. It was a surprisingly close game. I thought the Portland was just gonna pull it off. So yes, I actually did got the Knicks right, that the Knicks were gonna win, which I got right. Then I got Celtics wrong, and it turned out Orlando Magic's won. And Celtics were so close. I thought they were gonna get there. I wish I was there at that game live. I mean, everyone would have really cared about that game. Cause I know no one. I mean, all my cousins didn't really care about the Citrus Bowl thing. It was quite surprising. But yes, I'm doing another video because I'm staying at my cousin's house. So I'm gonna do some videos there from now on, or from a little bit. So yes, surprisingly that was a Citrus Bowl game. But yes, we could have went to that Magic game live. It would have been epic to see D.Y. Howard nail a dunk in an alley oop to the hoop. But that game was game was very good. It was a very good game. I like how Celtics and Magic were able to keep up with each other. So that's the best part about it. So still proud of the Celtics, but it was a surprisingly low game on top of that. So a lot of defense in there. Miami Heat made a surprising win. I thought Lakers were gonna pull that out. I seriously thought Lakers were gonna pull out that win against Kobe and the Lakers. I mean, against LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Bosh and the Miami Heat, and turned out Miami Heat just dominated that whole game. That game was just so unbelievable for the Lakers to lose at home like that. That was just unbelievable. Like, how can just when the Lakers really like step down like they just did right there? Like, that's just very unbelievable game. It's just very surprising too. Like that was just very surprising. I thought Lakers were gonna really pull it out. Like seriously, I thought they were gonna be. Um, Nuggets lost to Oklahoma City. I was going for Denver. Like I seriously was going for Denver. I thought Billups and the Nuggets were going that out. I got another loss. So practically I was 1-3. Surprisingly, I was 1-3 on my predictions, and it turned out I was wrong. So yes, it turned out Oklahoma City did pull out that win. It was a surprising season. It's like since they were at home, looked like Oklahoma City has been. I forgot Oklahoma City has been stepping up ever since last year. Like now they're getting back up on it, so they've really been having a good run ever since they changed to Oklahoma City Thunder. I used to consider them an expansion team, but they weren't really. They just relocated from Sonics to Thunder. So why did they change their name? They could have been the Oklahoma City Sonics. I don't know why they changed it to the Thunder. I mean, the name sounds so weird, but yeah, they're thinking about trying to build the Seattle Sonics team. They're planning on having an expansion team. I don't think they're gonna plan on having one in the future, but that may happen anytime soon. So, yes, that's quite surprising. Golden State pulled off a surprising win. I mean, I didn't really care for Golden State. I mean, I find the team so mediocre in Portland. I thought this game was just gonna be boring, but it turned out to be a good game. So I wish I did saw the game. I mean, the game was surprisingly epic. Especially I was going to bed for church, I think, that night. So but yes, it was a very good game. I wish I did stayed for half. I wish I did saw a bit of it, but Golden State pulled off the win, so I was practically 1-4. So I only got the first one right, and I thought I was gonna get all of them right, but turned out I almost got all of them wrong, which was saving grace that I went for Miami, the Knicks. So yes, some surprising games for the Knicks. I mean, for NBA. I haven't been keeping up with some of the NBA games, but Hopefully the Celtics really got back on it. It was a rough game for Boston, but yeah, it was a bit of a rough game for Boston. You know, Magics have been even more powerful with Hito Turkoglu, so I consider Hito Turkoglu one of the most underrated basketball players so far. I never knew he's that underrated. Like I thought he wasn't that good, but you know, I never knew Hito Turkoglu's like always been their key weapon. He's probably like a starter, or I thought he would be just good off the bench practically. So I thought it was mostly like Dwight Howard or Gilbert Arenas. I thought they have Gilbert Arenas with them. So for really Gilbert Arenas, after getting fresh rosters for the Magic, they look like they've been really been a strong team. Um, so Celtics have been really been solid. Like the centers have been solid. They've been really got some good acquaintances. So far they're 24-5. And Miami Heat is second place. Miami Heat has been really getting back on it. I like how they really got their stuff together, their stuff figured out. On top of that, they got their acts figured out, and they're really been getting back on top because they've been having an average record. They still have the winning record, but it was so mediocre that there was some tensions. But yeah, they really got their crap together, so that's a good thing for Miami Heat. After getting stopped by the Dallas Mavericks, I mean, this has just been the most surprising. San Antonio Spurs also standing out on top, but the Lakers, you know, really got to get back on it because the Spurs have been looking like a powerful force. I mean, Phil Jackson, you know, is not perfect. He's not huge, but he was kind of perfect when he was with the Bulls. But yeah, I think without Michael Jordan, they weren't as well either. So but with Michael Jordan, they managed to stay out on top. I mean, Michael Jordan is just a legend. He's like the king of basketball, just like how Michael Jackson is the king of pop. So that's to say the least. So I'm really impressed with um how Boston's been standing out. Miami Heat's been standing out. So now we're seeing tough competition in the playoffs. Like the Eastern Conference really got their crap together, and Washington Wizards have been a disaster. Golden State 12-18. They're looking very surprising. I thought they were going to be a mediocre team because it looks like they were just boring me, to be very honest. That's why I didn't really pay. I just went for Portland because I thought the game was going to bore me out. But it turned out they pull off some surprising wins, and that's a little impressive, so to say the least. So yes, what a surprising game. It for New York, who's been standing out strong. So yes, so far we have some good teams. New York Knicks has been really climbing up top. Atlanta, you know, the same thing to say the least. So in Cleveland, 8-23. Cleveland's getting back to the disastrous selves after losing LeBron James. Because without LeBron James, they were just dominating. But now it's just a whole reverse for Cleveland. But hopefully they need to get their crap figured out. With Daniel Gibson and Varejao, they still have the same good players. It's like, wow. So it is mostly LeBron James that's been leading the team. And Anton Jameson, like, he's always the best player on terrible teams. It's like, my brother told me he was on the worst, he was on a terrible team, the sucky team, which was the Warriors, so he was overrated. So I never knew Anton Jameson's like this overrated, but you know, we'll see how Cleveland gets back on top. But yes, if they can like really like get some good centers or get some talent. Like I think they should have traded for Dwayne Wade, but I don't know if that trade would have happened either way. So yes, this is just a tragic game, and Orlando gets crushed. So I'm surprised about how Cleveland's been turning out. 8-23, very disastrous. Like Cleveland's been very mediocre so far, but they really need to get themselves figured out. Detroit, they really need to get themselves figured out, quite frankly. So yes, for Utah. Utah has been having the most outstanding season, 21-10. They're always standing out on top. They're tied with third place for the Lakers. Oklahoma City at fifth, fourth rank, to say the least. But you know, this has just been strong, and you know, Celtics after one rough loss, they gotta win. They really been getting themselves back up. So yes, this NBA season has been quite interesting. Hopefully, the finals is as interesting as last year, because I'll be tuning into that. Because I know the season of 2009 NBA Finals was very mediocre. Lakers just dominated 4-1, and that was their championship ring. And then the Celtics, you know, really been pulling off a heck of a fight out there, despite them losing the finals. And I'm really proud of them too. I just wish I went to the Lakers for a Lakers winning 2 championship rings in a row. And her Shaq was planning on getting back with the Lakers, but I don't really see that happening anytime yet. So yes, so this is just my video for my NBA predictions and my thoughts on this season. I think this season has been looking good, and my thoughts on the Citrus Bowl game. You'll be getting my vlog and some of my live reactions. Because I did make some tons of live reactions on my video camera, so be on the lookout for that. Because I will be doing that sometime in the future. So yes, this is just my video for my predictions, and I'll be excited about that. And this NBA season, that's gonna be some NBA games that may be going on tonight. I'll be on the lookout for them. The Christmas Day games were very surprising to me. It has a ton of surprising games. Like I just thought my prediction would be right. But yes, but I'm just still glad I got SmackDown versus Raw 2011 in NBA 2K11. This has just been the best gift for me so far. This game is so good, and it's been epic. 2K11, I did play. You could play with Michael Jordan and his old school NBA teams compared with the today's teams. I did play with the Lakers. The Lakers, well, with that, well, it was a rough game, but yeah, it's very realistic. It's been very epic. I really like this game, and SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 has just been so addicting, so much fun. It's like you're so addicted to it, till you get bored with it because you can do so much stuff, rivalries, fantasy booking. So, it's been very good. So I would have Shaq Osbar going to feud with Matt Hardy if that was to happen. I wish that would happen sometime in the future. Either way, and man, Layla is not in the game. It's like, how come she's not in the game? It's like, I thought we were gonna have a late pool, but I heard you could get it the updatable roster, so I'll be on the lookout for that. In 2K11, this has been an epic game. I have to look it up. But yeah, that's my thoughts. So yes, wish you guys a happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Hopefully your Christmas went well. Please leave your comments below. Subscribe to me up there. This is a direct upload. And yes, I am in my cousin's room right now. So in case of a notice for the different settings, so I'm using my cousin's laptop. So this is the Red Dog Extreme. I'm gonna be taking you guys to the extreme. And oh yeah, for the football, for the Falcons and Saints game, that game was quite epic. Like that was a good Monday Night Football game, even though I missed bits of it. I saw the Adrian Peterson commercial. The commercial was just very hilarious, to say the least. That commercial was just funny. It's like, are you picturing Adrian Peterson again? It's like, don't be silly, Adrian Peterson. That's just how it phased out. It was just quite funny and quite weird, just to say the least. So, yes, what a good Monday Night Football game. Matt Ryan and Drew Brees really did put a lot of effort into it, but the game ended with New Orleans getting the possession and closing the game out. But what a good game. So hopefully this NBA playoffs looks like it's going to be a good playoffs with high potential teams. Um, Falcons have been really standing out strong. Michael Vick and the Eagles have been standing out strong, so it's good Michael Vick's really be remodeling the team, but don't really have Redskins. They really need to get themselves figured out. Bengals, same thing. Bengals really need to get themselves figured out, like seriously. And I'll be doing a more review for NFL. This is mostly NBA review, just getting some stuff out that I may want to talk about in the future. So, it's the DaRendogxtreme, and I'm going to be taking you guys to the extreme.